Thank you, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, for giving me the family that I deserve. Thank you for not letting my birth mother put my real father on the birth certificate. Maybe he doesn't know that I fucking exist. Thank you to the birth mother that actually was brave enough to give me up for adoption because she probably knew that she couldn't take care of me, on top of the fact that her family's Catholic and that, I don't know, having a baby out of wedlock is not the greatest thing. Or that she couldn't have a mixed child that is half black, half white, can't have in the family. Don't know, don't care. Well, I can't really say that. I do care to a point because she's missing out of knowing who her daughter is. Thank you for all the fucking bullshit that I had to go with everything else in life that people had to kind of make fun of me because they had to say, "Oh, your birth mother didn't want to have a black baby. Oh, you're adopted because your white adopted mother was, felt bad because a mother didn't want to have a kid." Some people always said, maybe your birth mother should have aborted you. At times I agreed, at times I didn't. So at times, people can go fuck themselves because of the shit they have to say. On top of that, I feel like adoption did a great thing for me, having a family and whatnot. Some people that are in the foster care, I feel bad because they don't get the opportunity to have a family or whatnot. I did, so it's great. But at the same time, I would like to know who my birth mother was. But apparently, the few times I tried to contact her, she didn't really want anything to do with me. So I want to say, maybe I want to know who my father is. It just pisses me off because I don't feel like he was given the opportunity to know who I was or even know if I ever existed. Maybe, I don't know. But I feel like he deserves the right because I feel like Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth, didn't. I don't know how to explain this. I feel like they are holding back information from him, saying that even though my birth mother signed her rights away, I feel like he didn't have the chance, if or even have his input, you can say, on uh if he wanted to give me up or anything like that. But I don't know. I feel like he wasn't given a chance, given his own voice of who I am or whatnot. So I want to say thank you, Pennsylvania, for, yes, for giving me a family that actually gives a shit about me, but also not giving me the opportunity who my father is at this point. If my birth mother doesn't want anything to do with me, that's fine. But don't hold back information about my dad. I think it's wrong. I I believe it's wrong totally. I think it's messed up. So if anyone knows who my father is in the Oil City, Franklin area in Pennsylvania, please, I would like to know. Or at least if anyone knows me or who my knows who my birth mother is, please ask her just to have a that one chance, I guess you can say, that, how can I say this? Just have this dignity of respect for me as a person that wants to know who her father is. Apparently, you are fine with your decision of not knowing who I am, but at least have the dignity of calling me, messaging me, or whatever. Say, oh, I don't want anything to do with you, but at least respect me and answer my questions. who is my father? Let the Pennsylvania, we did it legally so many times with my mom and my dad dealing with the lawyers and whatnot. I think the one thing that my dad would like to have before he passed away is have his daughter know who her real parents are. I'm not calling you out by your name. I know my birth mother's name. I'm not going to do that because I feel like if I do, I don't want everyone in the whole U.S. or anything to blast her. I just want to know who my father is. I making this video just to vent, I guess you can say, but at the same time, I want to know who my father is. I think it's wrong that if he doesn't know, that I feel like it's wrong that Pennsylvania's not letting him not know who I am, especially if she's holding back information. I could understand if it was like a one-time date thing, a date rape thing, but at the same time, I feel like as a human person with dignity, tell who, just say that you have a child. I think that would be the best thing for you as a person, just to get something off your chest. But for me, if I gave up a child, I would at least let the father know. Or at least before I gave up my son or daughter, I would say, hey, we have a kid, I want to give him up, that child up for adoption, or what's your opinion? Like, I don't care if you gave me to my real father and gave up your rights as a parent. I probably will be upset about it, but at times, at the end of the day, I'd probably be like, their loss, my other parents' gain. So I'm just saying, thank you for the fact that I am adopted, for being a human being, but at the same time, be a human being and tell them that my father who I am, because that I would love to know who my parents are. Both my parents are, but if my birth mother doesn't want to know who I am, then that's her loss. It would be awesome just to say, if from her, hey, this is who I am, this is what's up. I don't want to get to know you because whatever reasons, that's fine. Whatever your reasons are, it's fine with me. I just want you to be a bigger person to tell my birth father, who I am, that I exist, I'm still alive, whatnot. But I think that as an ending statement, I feel like Pennsylvania and their system with adoptions and whatnot, if the mother is the only one on the birth certificate and they gave me up, I feel like the father should have a say. And to a point, I feel like how can I say this without getting people all riled up and whatnot with different opinions? And I respect people's opinions in a respectful manner. I just felt like that. I felt like he didn't have the opportunity to sign his rights away as a parent and a human being, and him acknowledging, him knowing that I exist in a point of view. And it sucks because my adoption is closed, but if I can say this without confusing a lot of people, I feel like Pennsylvania is saying it's okay for my mother just to sign her rights over and not letting the father know that she gave up her child, son or daughter, to be adopted. Which I'm fine with adoption. That's great, because I would like to adopt many children if I can, but it's so expensive with everything, with court fees and everything else. what it comes to it. But I want to know who my father is, but I feel like Pennsylvania is holding that back because their laws with closed adoption and open adoptions. And then, granted, my younger sister has an open adoption where she can know who her mother is, her father is, and everyone in the family. But I feel like it's not fair for me not. Oh, I can know who my mother's name is, but if I don't have my father's name, then who the hell am I? Who am I? I just don't want to be blindsided if I take this 23andMe or this Ancestry DNA test and then blindside him or an aunt or a grandmother or half sister, half brother, say, hey, I'm related to you. And then they start asking questions to their father, and then they're like, my birth father would be like, questioning like who he was, if he was messing around or whatnot. I don't know what happened because I can't say. But then I questioned her, and why didn't he know? Why she didn't say anything? Then she getting upset and whatnot. I just want her to be a bigger person to say, hey, this is what happened back in 1986. I gave birth to a girl from Old City Hospital in Old City, Pennsylvania. I was born March 10th, 1986. I was probably conceived sometime around, I want to say, end of May, maybe sometime June of 85. I don't know. My birth mother lived in Old City. I'm not sure if my father was in the Oil City, Venango County area, Crawford County, Mercer County, Erie County, whatever county, because I presume from family, my adopted family, and my other families of friends and whatnot, thinking that, hey, I think I have an idea who your father is, but we can't say anything because legal matters, and they're afraid that if they say something, they don't want to get in trouble by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania because of whatever laws and statutes and whatnot go with the closed adoption bull. I know there was a law passed, I want to say about 6 or 7 years ago ish, that we're allowed to know who we are and who our family is, but it's like, it's kind of hard to grasp when, and then there's the gray area of closed adoption and open adoption. And like, yeah, it's easy to have open adoption, like, hey, there's my birth mother, you got the birth certificate and whatever it says, blah 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 blah. But with me, I'm like, I have a real birth certificate, but I can't not know how to get we try to do it the right way that I know of. I'm not sure if my adopted mother and father try to do other ways to see if they can do something, but it's just so hard. Because I feel like they're trying to protect me as their kid and my feelings and whatnot, and I respect that. But at the same time, I feel like I'm getting disrespected in the face by the whole system and my birth mother, and not know who I am as a person. I'm still trying to know who I am as a person with throughout these years and whatnot. I just feel incomplete by the lack of information from, I guess, all around. And I'm not blaming anyone, I guess. I'm trying to put this words where it sounds like I'm blaming someone, but I'm trying not to blame someone. I'm just upset. For 33 years, almost 34 years, I want to know who I am. And I feel like my adopted father would love, for me, especially my adopted mother, would love to see who my mother was, who my real father was, and get that bond that I should get, like my younger sister did with her family. And, you know, she's still, my younger sister's still trying to get that family thing, I guess. You know, it's still been like almost 20 years ish, I want to say. About 20 years that she found out she was adopted. Yeah, I got jealousy and resentment back then, but right now it's fine. Her real family takes me in just like anyone else because they know that I'm a kid too, you know. But at the same time, I want to know who my father is. And doing the legal way, many times, it, I know I have a feeling that it cost my parents a good chunk of money, just a good portion of money to do that, and I respect them at that, and I know they did it for the love that they have for me, and I love them for that. But for my birth mother not giving the same respect, that I just want to know who she was, or that's fine if she doesn't, but if it was just through a letter, it'd be fine if she said, "Hey, this is what it is. This is the only contact I want. This is what happened this time." From her own words, I'd be fine. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if it's for a letter, phone call, whatnot. Whatever she feels comfortable, it would be fine. I would love to have contact with my father. And I kind of want to push it to a point. That's probably why I'm on here, I guess. I know, I don't know. I know I'm all over the place on this video. I just need to get this out off my chest. I think it's wrong that I feel like, I don't care if you're from Pennsylvania, Texas, New York, wherever you're at in the US. I think it's wrong if a mother gives up a child and the father doesn't know that a child was conceived, and they don't have the right to give a child up or keep the child. And I think that's morally wrong. And I feel like even if it's just the father, and the mother at the time said, "Hey, I'm gonna give up my right, not full rights, but temporary. Hey, you can have the child for a bit." And I think at the time, if the father did the same thing, like, "Oh, I can't take care of this kid," and for whatever reasons the mother's not there because of whatever reasons, whatever, and they swept it under the bus, saying, "Yeah, this is the mother's name," but at the same time, I don't want her to know that I gave up the child. That's how I feel like my birth mother gave up me, and not acknowledging to my real father that, hey, I gave birth. But like I said, whatever the reason was back then, whatever it was. But it just sucks because when I was born, apparently my birth mother was parents, my real grandparents, thought I was appendicitis. And when it came out, the doctor came out, they're like, "Oh, is she okay? Is she going to surgery?" Apparently, like, well, she can't because she doesn't have appendicitis. She's in labor. So there you go. I'm appendicitis through the doctors and to her, and I'm not sure, but I have an idea who my real grandmother was because I remember being in a Hallmark store in Ola City, and this older lady gave me this gold look. And apparently, my doctor said that is your grandmother, but like I said, legally she can't say anything because she did this whole adoption thing with the FBI and whatnot. Like, I guess they had to do fingerprints and whatnot. I'm not sure what the whole spiel was, how the whole adoption is, but that's how I feel. But anywho, if I get my adopted mother trouble this, it's not on her, this is on me. She doesn't know. for the love of Jesus Christ, I just want to know who my fucking father is. So I want to say, out of frustration right now, thank you, Pennsylvania, for giving me the family that I truly deserved. But honestly, thank you for letting my birth mother not letting my father know who the hell I am, or even if I exist. So thank you. And thank you everyone that's actually paying attention to this video. I respect you. Peace out. God bless. Woo. Now I could just relax and go to bed. But anywho, peace out, people. Have fun. I hope everyone considers adoption, or even have a talk to families and whatnot. Peace out, peeps. Woo.